What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments, back with another video. And today in that market, man, it was a close one, man. I thought it was Judgment Day this morning. You know, I had bought them puts as a hedge yesterday. They were starting to go up this morning. We was up as much as 30-40%. And then out of nowhere, market turned around, market rolled, rebounded, rallied, whatever you want to call it. All my hedges went to zero, and the account did some numbers. So we up like 879 bucks today. You know what I'm saying? We would have actually been up almost a rack if it weren't for the 100 we lost on the hedge. But we're going to talk all about it, man. So, you know, first, we're going to start with the Palantir position. So, you know, as far as the Palantir position, we didn't do much to it. You know, I think we added $5 to it. But like I said, we took off. Palantir hit a new all-time high. Not a new all-time high, but a new closing high. $80.55. And they saying we $80.70 after hours. I'm hearing a lot of analysts just starting to understand the use cases of Palantir. They're understanding what AI is going to do. And they think Palantir is going to be one of the main stars of 2025. It's, as a Palantir shareholder who's been in it since the beginning, it's very nice to see like Palantir, Alex Karp, Cheyenne Sanker, the whole team, you know, getting the respect they deserve for the products they making. Like, people always call them a black box. People wouldn't take time to do the research, but you know, I guess that research got them mooning. But that's where we at with that mooning got them researching, but that's where we at with Palantir. So, you know, Patterson Energy, you know, it's bouncing back, it's hanging in there, you know what I'm saying? Actually thinking about doing a little more research on energy this weekend. I might be adding to it or something like that, because I'm still getting more due diligence to saying energy is going to be the next play. Of all the plays we've picked, like uranium hasn't went yet, energy hasn't went yet. The other ones, we've seen them do something so far. Like, we saw the first round with GEO. We made money on that so far. We saw the first round with Quantum, you know what I'm saying, like this week. And with IonQ a few weeks ago. We still haven't got our first round with none of the energy plays yet. We haven't made any money in the energy field yet. But I'm still on it because I'm just hearing it's going to be something important. So I'm still doing my research. I'm still looking at the energy field. So, as y'all can see, my QQQ put went to zero. It's down 94%. And I'm very happy it's down 94%, because that means we didn't need the hedge today. The market took off on us. So that's actually a good thing. I had another put. I think I salvaged what was left for it. Like, it's probably down like 80% or something. Who cares? But, yeah, thank God that we didn't have to use the puts today, because the market sold off. Those would have printed, and I probably would have added more on the day train tip. So that was my plan if we did sell off today. If I ever think we're going to have a serious sell-off, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like paying bills. I got to pay bills. I got to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? So the Qubit call went out like a G, man. Whole 100% down. It was a fun ride. Went from 100 to 900, gave back 200. Qubit actually bounced back, but you know, I called strike price. It was too close. Strike price was too far out, so it went on to zero, but it was a great trade. So I might do begin back in Qubit. It depends, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be looking at what they do over the next few days. But in the meantime, we done went Rigetti, people. You know, I got to get back for my mans. My $200 call that went to zero. You know, I need to get back. So, you know, we still in the quantum game. We over here at Rigetti now. And it's funny, Rigetti actually did more percent than Qubit today. So don't let me catch like that. We're going to see what happens next week with that. But, you know, the little $65 in there. We ain't want to take too much risk because we didn't know how the sell-off was going to turn out. So, you know, we done made like a little 20% on that. We're going to try and keep going. Maybe we can go on another run on quantum. We'll see where that's at. SoFi is hanging in there, man. SoFi been hanging in there like a champ. They've been having it tough. You know what I'm saying? They was playing with my little short dated call. It was down a lot today. Even though SoFi, I think it was up today, but the short dated call isn't necessarily ready yet. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We still hanging in there with SoFi. SoundHound did this thing, man. I was impressed. SoundHound was that call that was like, that's when I realized, it's like, wow. I did two legs in my trade. I bought a few puts in case we crash short term, and I bought some calls like slightly longer with a little more money. So my thesis was, if we crash, we're going to crash hard and fast. And I don't need as much money because we can crash so hard and fast they'll pay me. And if we don't crash, I'm gonna keep more money on the calls because I want to make more money. And it's funny, I was thinking it would be the other way around. The puts was gonna be up and all the little calls I bought would be down spanked, but it was actually the other way around. So SoundHound, new SoundHound call, we have a little 35% on that. You know, we starting from the bottom on that one too. We're gonna see where that goes. We bought a lot of Tesla dip today, people. You know what I'm saying? Tesla went on and dipped to what, 420 something. So I think we bought like 25 bucks worth of it. It's not a lot, but you know, we did decent. Definitely add to that Tesla today. I think we add to a little bit of the VOO today. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep buying the SPY. Let's look at some of these other positions. So Nvidia, you know, they bounced back. I don't think I bought any Nvidia today, but you know, Nvidia is starting to bounce back. So all that Nvidia we buying on the dip, that's helping. Nike did us dirty, man. I was so excited on yesterday's YOLO update about Nike. They did what they needed to do with earnings, but it's like, I think between the sell-off, the sentiment in the market, and then some people were questioning the earnings results, saying that, yeah, y'all beat, but it's not good enough. So Nike actually gave back the 8-10% gains that we saw pre-market and actually ended the day like flat, like down 0.2%. So, you know, as far as my call, that was no fun. I thought we was finally going to make it today. But I like what I saw at the earnings report, so I actually might be doubling down on Nike. The only reason I'm not doubling down on Nike is because I'm still on put watch. I'm still trying to make sure the market don't crash in the next few days. I don't really want to enter a new position before I'm like confident that we're not going to just crash. So I'm still watching that, but we might be adding to Nike because I like what they did. So MicroStrategy, Mar, and Bitcoin, you know, they going through their phase. MicroStrategy did 11% today. You know, I heard one person say MicroStrategy's a dog, man. Say stock ain't nothing, man. But you know, like I said, they say MicroStrategy the greatest Ponzi scheme ever made. And I said over here at Printer Gang Investments, we gonna find out. You feel me? So you know, still got that trade. I think we did add to some iBit today. Added to some Microsoft today, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Robinhood card didn't do so good today. That's one of the ones I thought would have bounced back with the others, but it didn't. We down 22% on that, but it's not much money in it. It's all good. Now, I actually added a Robinhood share, fractional share, because I'm going to start buying Robinhood. I actually like Robinhood, the business, so I'm going to take it a little more serious than just trading options. A lot of stocks, you'll see me just trade the options and not actually buy the stock. I actually like Robinhood's business. I'm not saying I want to hold Robinhood for a decade, but I don't mind necessarily holding Robinhood for a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe even 5 years. So I'm going to start buying a little bit of Robinhood, even though they did us dirty when the GameStop short squeeze back in the day. We're going to let bygones be bygones on that. And I'm going to start buying some Robinhood. You know what I'm saying? We called it an 8 as a trade, but now I'm starting to look at it more of an investment. You know what I'm saying? So we added to Google today. GEO is hanging in there. This new round of GEO is doing decent. Broadcom, I don't believe we added to. ARM, we didn't add to. And there's one position I skipped over. We got a Oklo fractional share here. I know y'all seen me do Oklo before. And I know y'all seen me talk about, you know, uranium. So, you know, I've been having trouble in the uranium field. I haven't got any money yet. We ain't printed nothing off uranium yet. We still doing research. But so what I'm going to do this time around, I'm going to try it different. Instead of going straight in with a call, since I haven't seen them break out yet, it's still like volatile, I'm going to go start with shares. Normally, I only buy shares on some investment hold for years. But Oklo, I'm going to have shares, but I'm actually going to treat it like a trading position, like my options. So y'all going to see me adding to it. I'm going to try and make a position in it. I probably will buy option on Oklo when I feel like it makes sense to do so. I don't necessarily see that just yet. But the reason I'm liking Oklo is, well, for one, my boy Dan Ives just hopped down. He's covering Oklo. He likes it. You know what I'm saying? And of all the uranium stocks, I heard one analyst say a lot of us, you know, people like me, we make a lot of money off tech. Uranium and energy isn't necessarily our field. So I like to listen to whoever's the expert in the field. And I've been hearing a lot of names, but as someone who, you know, isn't the biggest expert in uranium and energy, I sort of like Oklo because, I mean, Sam Altman's involved in it. So with that being said, if we're going to be getting energy from AI, I don't think that necessarily, you know, he might not have the best uranium company, but I'm pretty sure the guy who made ChatGPT's company would be getting money off uranium and AI. Like, I mean, other companies would do it, but I'm pretty sure he would be on that list. That's one thing I'm thinking about it. I got Dan Ives liking it. I got a lot of analysts that I trust personally liking it. So, you know, we're going to give it a shot. You know, on a risk level, I'm down to lose some money on this. You know what I'm saying? It's not a profitable company. It's actually a pre-revenue company. So it's risky. It's up there with, like, I ain't going to say it's as risky as a qubit, but it is a risky play. So I don't want people to misunderstand because I'm buying the shares thinking this is something that I believe in holding for 5-10 years. But we're going to see what we could do with Oklo. And yeah, that's where we at. We did count. We at 16.6. I think this might be the highest close y'all seen on the channel. Like, we done hit like 17 some intraday before, but this might be the highest close y'all seen on the channel. And you know things just paying off at Palantir. You know what I'm saying? Palantir YOLO update is going great. We up to about what, 69.70 shares, 69.3 shares from just trading this thing by getting profits. Hopefully we can get 100 shares before 100. You know what I'm saying? That would be a big goal of mine. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to looking at some stocks and seeing what they did today. So yeah, man, Nvidia bounced up that 3%. QQQ, I ain't gonna lie, whoever bought them puts at the top on QQQ today made some money. It was up as much as 1.8%. They only ended up today 0.87%. That's why I'm still on put watch, y'all. That's why we still on put watch, because I sure could have shorted that. But, you know, I wasn't trying to day trade like that. Tesla's down 3.4%, so they still going through their dip. And we are going to be buying. Every day Tesla goes down, we probably going to be buying if we got money over here at Printing Gang Investments. Apple's up to 254. I love that for my Apple call. We need Apple to keep going. Got SPY up 0.8. Got Palantir up 8.5%, man. A salute to Alex Carpenter team. Got SoFi up 2%. Got the quantum plays, IonQ 17, Qubit 16, and Rigetti 25%. So quantum still hanging in there. Got Google up as well, 1.7. You know what I'm saying? Oklo was up 2.6. We watching that. Robinhood was up 3.7. It was a recovery day. So do I feel like we out of the woods yet? We could be, but not necessarily. Like, as far as my hedging, I didn't feel like I necessarily need to buy puts going into the weekend, which I might regret on Monday if we sell off on Monday. But I'm confident in my day trading ability that if something goes left, I notice it in time enough to buy the puts intraday. So right now I'm on like put day trading watch. I don't feel like I need to hold the puts overnight necessarily right now, but if it gets back that way, that's what we gonna be on. But we're gonna look at, you know, a few charts like usual. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what Nvidia did with that bounce, man. So like we was saying, I think we did say earlier this week that Nvidia was in a decent zone and it might bounce from, let's see if they show us Nvidia. Let's see. So yeah. All right. So it wasn't the easiest move. You had to have a little faith because they did break that order block earlier this week, but they didn't like really close below it for long. They would wick back up and they kind of stay in that area. We was making equal lows at this area, so you know it wasn't the most clear cut trade, but it was a decent bounce. It was a decent bounce. Now we got Nvidia, you know, going up again. They probably gonna see some resistance probably at around this 138, 139 area. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what the market does. So you know we'll see what happens with Nvidia from here. Let's look at the QQQ, because the QQQ is the show of the day. Look at that, man. Look at that QQQ. See why they still got me thinking we might need to buy these puts? Because, see, that's still not good. We went all the way up here and came down here. Looking at that, I really feel like I should have bought some more puts at close. But it's all good. We're going to see what happens on Monday. I'm not going to just jump the gun on that. But, yeah, we went into this bearish fair value gap, and we rejected down. If we was day trading, I would not like this. If I was on a 2-minute chart, I would not like this. I'm going to give it a little more credence because this is the QQQ itself. It's a lot of macro that could affect this, just like we got random data today that shot that market back up, had people ready to recover. So, you know, I'm still looking at that, but it's not necessarily out of the woods yet, like I was saying on the QQQ. And last but not least, let's look at Palantir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, look at us out here. Look at us almost at all-time highs. I don't think they got the intraday high on this chart. If I know I think we might have hit 82 pre-market. That wasn't during market hours. That's why it's not showing. So yeah, we're basically at all-time high close. I think they saying the highest price we ever got to during market hours like 81 and some change, man. So we're gonna see what happens on Monday with Palantir. I mean, yeah, there's no real resistance up here. That little red block, that's just a premium. That's not an order block. That's not resistance. Highs weak on this one, man. You know what I'm saying? We could fall back to previous days high, previous days low or something, but you know, unless the market sells off as a whole and takes Palantir with it, it's kind of looking like it's up through there for Palantir. And they saying the official buy-in to add the Palantir to the QQQ is going to start on Monday. So if that's the case, we might be in for a bullish Monday. We might be hitting some numbers next week on Printer Gang Investments. But you know, that's all for this video. I hope y'all had a great week, you know what I'm saying? I hope everybody made some money. I hope y'all didn't get too scared during that sell-off, man. It's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments. We gonna keep doing this. We gonna keep rocking like how we rocking. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.